Good morning. If you're new here, my name's Chris. I am an NPC competitor in Fit Model for now, unless I decide to go back to bikini. But I'm 6 weeks out, so a lot's changed since my last video, and yeah, so we'll go through that here. I just gotta do my makeup, so I'm gonna turn this a little bit because I'm getting ready for work right now. So I'm 6 weeks out. What has happened? Well, last time we touched base, I was working with a coach, and I am now self-coaching. Not that he did anything wrong, because he did not. He did not do anything wrong. He's a great coach. And it's just, we are kind of investing our money into some other avenues right now. And so, you know, that extra few $100s a month on hiring a coach right now is just not feasible for us. And we have some other priorities. You know, I just bought a new little horse, and that took some money that, you know, it's like one of those, I did not have, like, I wasn't necessarily like actively looking, but like when the right horse comes along, it's like you can't pass it up, and the right horse came along. And so it was like, hey, well, we kind of need to pinch some pennies and make some things, you know, take some cuts for the next little while to be able to afford this horse. If you are new here, I am also a competitive barrel racer. That is my priority. So my horses come first. As far as like hobby priorities, my horses come first. Bodybuilding comes second to me. So I am a dual athlete, and I take bodybuilding very seriously, but I take, you know, on that priority totem, my horses do come first. Like that is my priority. So we just had to make those financial cuts, and so that is why I am currently self-coaching. Now I do coach. I hold a roster of about 40 to 50 clients online. I also train clients in the gym, in person, and I also train barrel racing. I have a few barrel racing students that I take in very selectively. Not that I'm like, oh, I like you, I don't like you, not like that. It's more selectively because like I'm split in so many directions. I need to be able to give adequate time to every area of my life. And now that my little girl just started kindergarten this morning, I do have a little bit more free time during the day. Well, actually, no, I don't. I just have a little bit less chaos during the day while she's at school. So I am currently prepping. I'm 6 weeks out right now, and I'm feeling pretty good. I started my prep at 12 weeks out, so I've been in prep for 6 weeks now, and I kind of soft launched my prep. My off season, I didn't really have like an off season. I just kind of like, in fact, I didn't even really reverse. So I quit my prep like 2 or 3 weeks out because, okay, so I competed in the spring in Fit Model, and then I had 6 weeks between Fit Model and I was going to do bikini to get feedback in both categories, decide which one I was going to stick with. Well, while prepping for, you know, that bikini competition, I realized like I do enjoy Fit Model. I liked my look, and it's really hard for me to barrel race and sustain the energy that it takes me to keep up with my horse, who's running, you know, 35 miles an hour, and I have to stay in the buggy. I have to have that energy. I have to have that mental clarity. So in order to have that strength and mental clarity to keep up with her, I just could not be on those low calories that I was at, and for a long period of time. And I felt really weak. I felt like I couldn't keep up with my horse. And so I was like, I'm going to cancel this barrel race, or this, plus some other life stuff came up. It wasn't just that, but some other life stuff came up. And so I had to cancel that prep. I did quit my coaching with my coach then at that point, just because there was a lot of uncertainty looming. Anyway, we got stuff figured out. Everything's good. Everything's gravy. And then that horse came along and I was like, okay, well, I can't really afford to hire a coach right now. So I've been working with that horse. She's a little 3-year-old Palomino, and she is the cutest freaking thing. She is sassy and spicy, and I love her so much. She's such a good girl, though. That's kind of where we're at right now. So I didn't really reverse coming out of my prep because life just got super freaking chaotic. I just kind of went back to my maintenance calories. Sat around 128 pounds. For reference, I'm 5'4" almost. And so I sat around 120 pounds, 28 pounds, and kind of just rode that out for the summer. I am back in my cutting phase. I'm like 122 and a half-ish. And so 6 weeks to go and really fine tune it for my show, which is in Vegas, which is super exciting. If you don't know, I live in North Dakota and we have had like the world's hottest summer ever. Like I'm pretty sure it's a record summer for how hot it's been, how many days over 100 degrees we've had. And this isn't dry 100, this is humid 100. And so like we had one day where it was like 114 or something like that. It was absolutely nuts. So I've been trying to barrel race on top of this. Like you're outside all day. My AC in my horse trailer shit out. My AC in my house shit out. That was another expense that we took on this summer that we did not expect to take on because my AC crapped out right before the 4th of July and we had to go buy $2,000 worth of portable units to cool my house. And then the AC company wanted $41,000 to replace our AC. We ordered 2 parts on Amazon and fixed it ourselves for $550. So, bull crap that they wanted to charge us $41,000 and they would not like fix it for us. They were like, nope, we're going to replace the whole thing. We won't fix it. Da 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 da. We fixed it for $550. But after we had already spent $2,000 on portable units to cool the house. It was so miserable this summer. Oh my gosh, those hot days, not having AC in the house. I put like black curtains over all of my windows because just to keep all the heat out. We just barely got a black roof, so that did not help. And so, yeah, it was a very, very chaotic summer. School year just barely started today. I cried a little bit dropping my daughter off at school. Really, really bittersweet. I do homeschool my older kids. I have 4 kids total, and my older 3 boys I homeschool, and my little girl just started kindergarten. She is going to go to kindergarten until I think she's ready to homeschool. And so with my homeschool, I don't teach my kids. They learn, it's actually an online private school that they attend. And so when she's ready to like more independently learn, then I will have her do the online school. Our middle school here is really dangerous. It's not a good school. And the high school's okay. The middle school is horrible. And so I just want her, you know, like through the middle school years to at least homeschool then, and then we'll put her back. And that our homeschool is accredited, so the credits transfer and everything like that. So I'm gonna kind of go over my protocol and let you guys know what's going on. But my protein right now is at 140 grams. My carbs are at 150 and my fats are at 40 right now. So there is where I'm sitting right now. I do have a refeed day. I do my refeed days. I don't like schedule them in. You know, I check in with myself on Mondays and Fridays, and then I assign my refeed days based on my check-in. So it's not like I'm like 3 base days, one high day or anything like that. So I don't do rest days and like training days. The reason I don't do that is because I don't have a real rest day, because my non-training days I'm barrel racing, and so my barrel racing days I am really, really active and I need that fuel. So I don't do like non-training day macros for my barrel racing days. So I keep my macros pretty consistent, and then I'll do a high day in there, like a refeed day of around 250 carbs. So it is a big jump. I get an extra 100 grams of carbs. And so far my energy levels have been phenomenal. I've been feeling really good. No fatigue, no crashing, none of that stuff. I do need to get body work though. And with like that, like taking financial cuts, you know, having to like trim the fat in some areas, tighten, cinch the belt, body work has fallen to the wayside. So I do need to get that done. Luckily, my husband is really, really, really good at massages. However, he is a wildland firefighter. And so he's not always home. And when he's gone for like long stretches. But when he can, he does give me some really, really good deep tissue massages and, or, you know, fascia massages or whatever he can do to help me out in that area. But protocol right now with cardio is I'm doing 20 minutes fasted cardio 4 days a week, and then 20 minutes post-workout cardio 5 days a week. That's how my cardio looks right now. My battery's about to die. I'm gonna plug my phone in and go make some breakfast, or my camera in and go make some breakfast. I hate when rice cakes are like super crumbly and they just fall apart on me. I almost cried the other day because I eat the edges first, because I only get like 6 grams of peanut butter on it. I eat the edges first and then eat the middle last, you know, like last bite, best bite. Are you a first bite, best bite, or a last bite, best bite person? Let me know. But I almost cried the other day because literally I dropped that in the freaking dirt because it crumbled on me. So upset. But like, look at this. It just crumbles. I kind of like my rice cakes a little stale, to be honest. I know, gross. Those of you who were raised with humidity are probably like, ew. But see, I was raised in Utah where it was dry. And people like stale this and stale. I'm like, what is stale? I don't know what stale is. I have to be like 6 months old to get stale. So I kind of like things a little stale now that I live in a more humid climate. I know it's gross, but what can I say? At least when it's stale, it doesn't crumble everywhere. It's like sticky. Anyway, I got to drive. I'm going to go do, because I didn't get to do my fasted cardio today because, you know, first day of school, and I was super excited, and my daughter slept in my bed last night, and I was just like getting my last little cuddles in with her. So no fasted cardio today, but I'm going to do it before my training sessions. Like my personal training sessions. And then I'll do my workout after that, and then do my post-workout cardio. I know, not ideal, but you got to do what you got to do. When you are a mom, you got kids in every which direction, you are working in multiple different places, you got different sports going on. Like I got a personal trainer, like I got gym sessions today, I got arena sessions today, I got my own horses to ride, my own gym sessions, I got drop off at first day of school, pick up after school. I got a lot, you know, like when I can't just dedicate my life to bodybuilding, and that's what I want to show you guys, is that you can be semi-successful. Hopefully I can be very successful one day, but that you can still do this while doing other things. You don't have to consume your entire life with it. Yes, I still follow macros 100% year round. I take holidays off of following macros, and my birthday, and you know, I'll take free meals every now and then, but nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that I want to give my own clients, right? Like, and so, you know, I give my own clients their birthdays completely untracked, holidays untracked, unless they're in prep, you know, and so like I do believe that you can have a life outside of bodybuilding. It doesn't have to be your entire identity. And it's not my entire identity. Yes, I love it. And I love going to the gym, and I'm at the gym 5 days a week training myself, and I'm living the lifestyle, but I do have a life outside of the gym. And that has to be just as important, if not something's more important. You know, like my kids, they come first, right? They're more important. My horses are living creatures that don't owe me anything, and you know, they deserve me giving them 100% of me. And you know, my husband deserves that, and my clients deserve that. And so I want to show that, like, it is doable to have a balanced lifestyle. And yeah, when you get to the nitty gritty at prep, you got to hunker down, you got to make some sacrifices, but that's everything you do. You know, any sport that you play, when it gets down to the nitty gritty, you got to make some sacrifices. You got to pull from one area to give to the other sometimes, and that happens, but it can be done, and it's doable, and make living a life outside of bodybuilding work with bodybuilding. And so it doesn't consume my entire life. No. Will I be a pro one day? Hopefully, but if I don't, it's not gonna kill me. You know, like, I'm 37 years old. I live a great life. I love what I do, and I'm just here to have fun while doing it. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. Now, if I was like gunning for my pro card and going super hard, I would probably have to make a little bit more sacrifices. You know, I probably wouldn't be able to barrel race the last few weeks of my preps, because it'd have to get, at least that's the way it's been in the past with me prepping. I have been able to barrel race through it all, but like, it's literally like my husband loading my horses up for me, because I don't have the energy to do it. Like, I'm literally doing nothing besides getting on my horses because I'm being like forced to do it. You know, like, I have a support system that's like, get on, we'll haul you to the whatever, you just like get on and do your thing. And I'm exhausted, and it's miserable, and I don't want to live that way all the time. And that's what the last preps have been. So I kind of want to do this prep showing myself that it is possible to be all that I want to be, and to be good at multiple things. Anyway, I gotta get to work, so catch you later.
Morning whispers through the trees, golden lights, wheels undo, kiss leaves. A single bird lifts off the ground, chasing the silence where the word is found. Feel the rhythm in your chest, it's pulling you closer to the edge of the west. One more step, let go, we're rising. Golden curve leads us home, every shadow fades into the gold. The wind carries stories from long ago, we're flying. The river hums a lullaby, ancient storms remember why. Footsteps echo through the sky, a forgotten dream begins to fly. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Okay, for lunch I am having, well, post-workout, I'm having an English muffin with some peanut butter and some chicken with salt. Don't knock it till you try it. It's really, really yummy. I've got the horses loaded up in the trailer. I've got to go teach a riding lesson here at the arena, and then bring another horse home so that I can race a client horse this weekend. So busy. And then I have to go pick up Delilah from her first day at school. Hopefully I get home before I have to go pick her up from school so that I can take the car to pick her up instead of the horse trailer, because that would suck because there's a bunch of construction and the roads are already narrow as crap. So I'd have to probably park like 4 blocks away and then just walk to get her, just to avoid like school traffic, because it's an absolute nightmare. 3 ounces of chicken breast, an English muffin, and some peanut butter, salt. So good. If you've got the extra carbs, add some honey to it. Really, really good. So I'm gonna scarf this down, get to the arena so that we can, geez Louise, that is really close on my face. I'm gonna scarf this down, get to the arena, and hopefully get back home before 2:30. Wish me luck. What is up? My phone, let me turn this AC down. My phone died. Not my phone. My camera died. So I didn't get to film my shoulder presses yesterday. And then it like cut off during my incline lateral raises. So you don't get to see all that good stuff. But I got it charged. Today is Friday. I checked in with myself. Weight is holding steady right now at 122.1. No, 122.2. And I did... Can you guys hear my turbo in my truck? I know, I need to fix it. I need to replace it, but it's expensive. I'm trying to get through the summer without replacing my turbo. Because if I have a hiccup or anything like that and my truck needs to take more than a day for us to fix, then I'm not going to stress about it, because I use my truck almost every single day in the summer. So, but in the winter it sits unless I have to go to the vet or something. But I'm waiting until the winter time to replace my turbo so that I don't have to go without my truck, or I'm not rushing the repair if something goes wrong. Anywho, okay, so today was check-in. I feel like my tie-ins are coming in a lot better. So something that I changed in my training is I was focusing on glutes a lot, and I wouldn't say neglecting my hamstrings, you know, because like RDLs are still going to activate your hamstrings, you know, things like that. But I wasn't really like targeting my hamstrings. And so something that I did change in my program this week and going forward is having a lot more emphasis on hamstrings instead of glutes. So I've reduced my glute training and increased my hamstring training. I'm not targeting quads directly at all right now. And already after 4 days of training, because my last check-in day was Monday, and then comparing Monday's check-in to this morning's check-in before I went to the gym, there was already a significant difference. Now, I'm not saying I put a shit ton of muscle on my hamstrings in 4 days. What I'm saying is I've been able to fill out those hamstrings a lot better, you know, just get them nice and full just in the past 4 days. So I'm going to continue keeping that increased hamstring volume in my training with the decreased glute volume right now, and kind of just monitor that and adjust my training as needed if needed. So that is what I'm doing. I have currently 1 upper body day right now. So I'm just doing like 3 exercises for back, 3 exercises for shoulders, and you know, just trying to hit all 3 heads of the shoulders, and then getting my lat width for my back. And so that is the focus right now that I'm shooting for. I'm hauling to race this weekend. I have OBRA finals, and then I have a rodeo. So I have a race tonight, a race tomorrow, a rodeo tomorrow night, and a race on Sunday. I have 2 horses in my trailer right now. and I am hauling down to start with race 1 today. So pretty exciting. I have 2 freaking powerful powerhouse mares in my trailer. Super excited for this weekend. And then a really fun rodeo on Saturday. So anyway, okay, well that's the plan. So that check-in went good. Weight held steady from Monday to now. It's just at this point I did really like increase my volume in my training, so I'm chalking that up to mostly like inflammation. I did also have a refeed day on Tuesday, a very high refeed day on Tuesday. My body needed it. I was not recovering. My HRV has been super low. My daily readiness has been super low. And I don't like live by those necessarily, but I do look at them and try to do well for myself. I think that's all I have to update for now. I'll try and get some footage of my runs tonight so that you guys can see these badass horses that I get to run. And yeah, we'll catch you later. Okay, I was not able to film much, but yesterday we took second, and today's Sunday, by the way. Yesterday we took second at the first round of finals, and then we drove 45 minutes away for a rodeo. We tied for third, so 2 really good paychecks yesterday. Today we ran again, a really good run, but the ground is really fast, and a lot of girls are laying down some quick times tonight. So I don't think that we'll end up placing today, but as far as the average goes, I think we're going to come in pretty good for the average. So I'm really happy with how my horse performed for me this weekend. My trailer is a damn disaster. I am a damn disaster. I didn't get much sleep last night. I gotta get cleaned up, get my horses loaded up and fed, and get on the road. Good morning. It's Monday. I got a lot of sleep, but I woke up really sore and inflamed this morning. So don't think weight dropped at all over the weekend just because of that. So anyway, I'm gonna do my check-in. So my back pose outside looks a lot better than my back pose inside, because my back pose inside looks I look really flat. I don't know how well you guys can see that. So back pose looks really flat. Inside, I can tell that I'm significantly leaner, but I do look very inflamed. Like my lines are very blurred. They're like gone. But I do like the outside picture better. So like this is like, I still do my bikini front pose because that's the pose that I have since I started checking in. So that's the pose I like to compare my progress to. So my bikini pose and then my bikini pose outside. My back pose outside looks a lot fuller than my back pose inside. My fit model front pose. Inside. I know guys, that's probably so blurry. There we go. Inside, fit model pose. So I'm still on the fence on whether I want to do a refeed this week or not. If I do a refeed this week, it's going to be today because I like those refeeds to be a couple days before check-ins, because I do hold on to the weight like 2 days. And so even though last time I had a refeed, I actually did drop the next day. If I do a refeed today, it's probably not going to be like a carb refeed. It's probably going to be like a burger, no fries. I don't do fried food very well. So it'll probably just be like a burger and then leave it at that. I'm not lean enough. Now, I'm not saying I'm like lean enough that a burger is gonna like change the world for me. But it does help keep me full, especially like with how I don't like to lose my fullness, because I feel like once I lose my fullness, I get in this spiral and I just keep getting, because I can't see the muscle. So I'm like, oh, I need to get leaner and leaner and leaner. And then I start overshooting and overdoing it and pulling off muscle in the process. I don't want to do that. I want to keep, I need to get flat. Obviously, I'm in prep, I need to get flat, but I also need to be able to see that fullness every now and then to see where my muscle is actually at. And, that's just one of the things with coaching myself is it is really hard to see myself from different eyes, and that's why it's very important to me to like not just go based off of what I see in the mirror, but look at my check-in pictures, compare them side by side, crop out my face sometimes just so that I try not to see that as myself. I try to see it as another client, and then make the calls and adjustments there, and make those calls and adjustments like I would make to any one of my regular clients, without my emotions attached to it. My emotions are telling me like, hey, you don't need a refeed this week. Let's just keep pulling off body fat. But the coach in me is saying, hey, we need to refeed this week because I need to see where my muscle is, and I need to see the fullness. I need to see what I look like with the fullness and not inflamed and flat at the same time. End this video here. Ended it with my check-in, and then I'll start next week's video right back up where I'm leaving off right now. And we can go from there and see what decisions I end up making. See if I am going to have a refeed, what kind of refeed I'm going to have. And yeah, I'll take you along with this like check-in through check-in. But I am now, what am I, 5.5 weeks out? So we are getting down to the grind. Still feeling really good. I'm still feeling pretty energetic. I'm not getting my ass kicked with a shit ton of barrel races this week, so I do have a chance to like kind of let my body relax a little bit more, because I have been nonstop go, go, go. So I will see you all in the next check-in video. Thank you for tagging along with me, and we'll see you next time.